Access to all of this as much as we want. You are allowed to kick people out of their places if they develop like that.
Sorry, you might get this right here. Okay, now it's upside down. How did that go? Alright, here we go. Publish?
Yes.
Now what's it doing?
I did not see it published.
Okay. Publish? Are you sure you want to? Okay. It's This is actually much better here than right there.
Oh yeah. I know they'll be fine.
Okay.
And if anything, a little bit more angle to the right because that's where the speaker will expand.
And if anybody might have a backup charger for my Android, being I'm having to run it through my phone, maybe we can make an announcement. I just need the USB just in case.
I try to squirt it right in just in case.
Should we screw this all the way in?
All the way in.
I'm just getting
Here,
Almost there? Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to mess with anything. Okay.
the charger is not supplying enough power. All right.
You're getting it back.
We're working on it.
So that is getting signed up. Okay. We can throw some as a donation, but we feel bad if they don't send.
Just give everybody one round. No transaction.
I'll figure out whether it's a
So when
That's as high as that's going to go.
probably after.
right at the end of the draw. Are you just going to walk around to everyone? And
Because they're just.
And I never got any.
Actually, it's already.
Is it okay? So if somebody can post like, "Hey, it's live," I don't know, because maybe you're seeing a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Something.
Sawyer. Brush your fingers. Can you go get my cord out of the car, please? That I plugged my phone into. It's in the center console. Please. Yeah.
Thank you for getting it working.
I hope it stays on.
Yeah, exactly. But everything changes. The only thing that is, the only thing
Sorry about that. No, that's okay. We'll be careful.
Oh, you're totally fine.
There's no cords on the ground,
Oh, okay.
so
You're good.
know that it's there.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Look at that bag up out of here.
I don't know. We're gonna have to look. Because we do the speaker and then there's a bird.
No, mine isn't a dog. It doesn't matter. I just need to get rid of them.
Something just happened on this finger. It's like
I saved them up all month in a tub.
it feels like it's
Okay, fresh water today.
Is it the skin that feels like it's swollen?
a joint.
Are you getting up for arthritis?
Not yet.
Oh, we've got to do it next Saturday. Let me look at the forecast because I cannot wait until Friday.
Why put your
That's my
purse
last one.
there?
I can't.
Put your purse
It's hidden.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got it hidden in your slideshow.
Yeah, it must be. Well, you see it.
There it is. There. Yeah.
So we have mycology, we have Gary. Oh, what the hell? Here's Samantha West. Like, I feel really bad that she got. I post them on social media. She personally doesn't have much of the social media presence, but I have a headshot from her, and yeah, she asked me to link Zoom and Labs every chance I get. And yeah, I guess any questions from anyone? Again, you can scan this, you can find it on Facebook, you can find it on our website. And if you have any suggestions, any questions, just let us know.
Are we allowed to pay for our registration for it today?
Yes, you can buy your ticket right now with Modesta in the back. So some have already done that. We've got quite a few people who have already signed up. Some of you, I know you signed up as a vendor. I think we already have 3 vendors, so things are coming together. Please go sign up today, specifically when I'm done talking. And then we will transition to our speaker in a second. One thing I wanted to mention is that our speaker, okay, go ahead.
I had one thing, an idea I've been considering since the last meeting was here. It doesn't have anything to do with FinDig. It has to do with the VAP and the HAP. I was thinking, I know there's only two or three breeders that are master level or close to master level, but I was thinking like a Rich Byerly, that they make a level 2 master or a level 3, something for him to aspire to. And then the other main idea was I was considering for both the HAP and the BAP that you make a master profile, not for just how many times you've read something, but it's how many times you've read a certain fish or plant species. Like if you've read them 20 times, then you can earn another way to earn a higher profile for species specifically, not just for generally fish and plant, aquarium fish and aquarium plants. Anyway, something to consider, something I figure I should suggest.
Yeah, we'll add it to the agenda for next meeting,
Okay.
and we can definitely discuss it. I know the BAPHAP program is always developing, always exciting. Yeah.
Is the FinDig meeting replacing the July meeting?
Yes. Maybe that's a good thing to just mention real quick. We've announced it in email and on the website, but to anyone in person here, there will be no July meeting because it is the 4th of July weekend, and we are having FinDig basically 2 weeks before that. And the other thing is, last year there was a little bit of a conflict between Mega Auction and FinDig, and then in the fall between Mega Auction and Swap Meet. They were in the same month. That's why this year we've kind of changed the dates around a bit, made sure there's a gap. So March, next meeting, will be the Mega Auction. Everyone be aware of that. And then in fall, I think October, we said. That's what we decided. Yeah,
I don't remember. Oh, November.
Yeah, November. Because September, I think, is the swap meet. It's all on our website, and you should have gotten an email. If you didn't get an email and you are a member, maybe talk to Modesta, because maybe she's got a different email address on file for you.
To clarify, the September swap meet will not be replacing the meeting. We will be having the September meeting, and there is an additional swap meeting 2 weeks later.
So yeah, as swap meets have been in the past, they're halfway through the month. They do not replace a meeting, but the FinDig will replace the meeting. Very good question.
Swap meets on Sunday.
Yes, we'll have a meeting in June, and then there's going to be almost a full month until FinDig. Yep.
Does that have a sign for?
Yes, it does.
I'm pretty sure it does. I haven't looked at it myself, but they.
Important details, Nico. Important details.
That's important. I thought people cared about free parking and airport shuttles. Hot tub, I cannot tell you. Maybe you have to not get the group rate then. Need a fancier room.
Is there going to be any concern about parking?
There should be, if we get anywhere people like last time, should be no concern. The unofficial thing is also there's other hotels around that also have parking lots. So the hotel obviously can't tell us do that, but I'll tell you do that.
Nico said so.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to say that. Okay. Seems like that was all the questions anyone had. So let's transition to the speaker. What I was wanting to say is that our speaker today is the author of this book that we got 20 copies. And I see
It says it has a heated outdoor pool.
Perfect for giant.
Exactly. The hot tub, however, is not perfect for these things. Do not put them in the hot tub. But yeah, so finally, we have 20 of these books, and we obviously have probably more than 20 people here that would like one. What we'll do is I have the box over there. I'll be walking around. Everyone who attends gets one raffle ticket. You can't buy one. This is just, I'll hand you one. If you say you don't want the book, just pass on it. And we'll draw 20, and those 20 people will get that book at the end of the meeting. How much is the book normally?
Normally it's $30, but they're available at cost $15.
Okay.
But the club purchased 20 already, so
Yes.
I don't know how you want to handle that.
Yeah, those 20 are the ones that we are raffling off to the members. And then if you don't win one and you still want to purchase one, just speak to them.
8 more.
8 more, okay.
Are you shipping if you run out of those, or is the publishing company doing that? Or?
I mean, I have a box of 28 here. Oh, and then maybe like another 5 or 6 of them. And then I would just say go on Amazon if there are still people who like it after that.
Everybody, let's give Zeb a round of applause. Just say who he is, because people that don't know.
I can introduce myself, but I want to get my. I'm not sure where my computer ended up. Will it be better if I use the microphone?
Sure.
Yeah.
I tend to yell. I can yell into a microphone.
Luke, can I just say a couple of things if we're not going to do more than that? So,
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the
So I was a programs chair for a few years. I tried to get Zeb back in the day, and he's a very busy man. For those of you that don't know Zeb Hogan, our speaker, he's traveled the world looking for giant fish. Then I talked to Eric when he took over the programs chairs, and he was working on getting Zeb here. This is a really exciting night. I believe that Luke finally got Zeb here. And so we're really, in my opinion, we're super fortunate to have Zeb here talking about giant fish. And I hope he talks a little bit about, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm saying too much, but about the threats to giant fish because they need lots of fresh water. And so that's a big problem. So really excited to have you here, Zeb, and hopefully everybody else is as excited as I am as a previous program chair.
Yeah, I think this will work. Unless I knock it off, but if it wasn't, then I pick it up again. Okay, thank you. Hey everyone, glad to be here. Thank you for the invitation to speak. My name is Dr. Zeb Hogan. I'm a research professor at the University of Nevada, Reno. But I've been in Sacramento a lot. I got my PhD 7 years at UC Davis, and my mom is originally from Sacramento, so we would spend summers in Sacramento when I was growing up. So it's nice to be back, and I appreciate the invitation to speak today. I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different today, a 20-year project, partnership between National Geographic and the University of Nevada, Reno, to find, study, and protect the world's largest freshwater fish. So these aren't kind of your typical aquarium fish, but they are very unique fish, iconic fish, and 20, 30, 40 species of the largest fish out there that are living in freshwater. So, for those of you who don't know National Geographic, from 2000, National Geographic is an organization that's been around for over 100 years. Many of you probably see National Geographic television shows, the magazine, obviously. National Geographic does museum exhibits, all types of things. Yeah, they have pet food, I'm sure, all kinds of stuff. So my son, I have a 6-year-old son, he has a National Geographic science kit. But most relevant to what I'm going to be talking about tonight, National Geographic funds scientists and explorers to go out and learn about the natural world. And especially young scientists and young explorers. So it funds a lot of graduate students. And that's how I got started in this work. That's the way that a lot of people get started in this type of work. When I was at UC Davis doing my dissertation, a fellow lab mate said, "Hey Zeb, have you ever heard, National Geographic provides grants for young researchers?" And so in 2003, I applied for a grant, a research grant, from National Geographic. And that is how all of this work got started. And it led to this wonderful adventure that has lasted almost 20 years, focused on the world's largest fish, almost exclusively on freshwater fish. So like the green sturgeon, this photo was taken on the Rogue River, but green sturgeon also are found in Northern California.
Wait, all of the freshwaters?
The world's largest carp, the giant Siamese carp, a carp that can get up to 600 pounds and be 10 feet long. And then also had the opportunity through hosting the show Monster Fish from 2007 to 2019, also seeing some of the biggest and most interesting marine fish, like great hammerhead, that on Bimini, off the coast of Florida, you can actually swim with great hammerhead sharks. And off the coast of Mexico, down near La Paz, it's possible to swim with whale sharks. That was a pregnant female that was about 30 feet long.
No mola mola?
No mola mola for me. That's another National Geographic explorer named Tierney Tees, who lives in Monterey. She's a mola mola expert.
How big is that one?
This fish here? That one?
Yeah.
So that's a giant Siamese carp. They can get up to 600 pounds. I think that one was about
How long?
10 feet long. Well, about as big as the table, probably. Yeah, they get pretty big. We don't see them that often that big anymore, unfortunately. So just a little bit of background about myself. I actually grew up in Arizona outside of Phoenix. My dad was an economics professor at Arizona State University. Now I live in Reno, so people kind of ask, how did someone who grew up in Arizona end up studying the world's largest freshwater fish? And now I'm in Reno. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but if you think about it a little bit more, in Arizona it's hot. I live in the desert.
You want to get away from
You want to be in the water. No, I didn't want to get away from the desert, but I wanted to be near water. And in Arizona, if you're near water, you're near life. You're near fish, and so I just grew up with a natural love of water and of fish. And another reason that I think I developed my love of fish is that I wasn't allowed to have any pets as a kid except for fish. And so my first, not very exciting, but my first pet was a goldfish that I won at the carnival. And then I graduated to, I had an Oscar that I really loved. And then I would start collecting fish from local ponds and things. And so I kind of grew up. Those were the only pets I was allowed to have were fish before I left the house and went off to school. And then when I did go off to school, so I went to the University of Arizona. And for those of you who aren't familiar, has anyone ever hiked this trail? Havasu by? So this is my summer job as an undergrad at the University of Arizona was doing native fish surveys in the tributaries that flow into the Colorado River in the Grand Canyon. And these are absolutely, so this is Havasu Creek, but there's Bright Angel that you hike down when you hike down to the Grand Canyon. There's the Little Colorado River, which has healthy populations of this very strange fish called a humpback chub. And so these tributaries flowing into the Colorado are absolute aquatic paradises. And they're the only places where a lot of these native fish are still found. And that was my job for 5 summers as an undergrad, was working on a team. We would raft down the Colorado River, hike up the tributaries, and count fish that were living in the tributaries of the Colorado. And it was my first experience kind of understanding what a native fish was, why they were important. Arizona, the Colorado River, has all of these unique big species of native fish: razorback sucker, Colorado pike minnow,